Hey everyone, I am so sad that I can't be there with you in person to celebrate your graduation from SFPC, but I am honored to get to share a few words about Katie. Big thanks to Katie's fiance Markham, who supplied this absolutely adorable childhood photo, as well as a good bit of the content to come, and also to Sarah, Jess, and Kala, who sent photos as well. When I was asked to make this video, I wrote down the first thing about Katie that came to mind, which was two words: watermelon helmet. That turns out to not have been too far off the mark, because when I asked her friends in Markham for photos and stories, I was inundated with other kinds of physical activity. It turns out she loves rollerblading, has run the New York Marathon, and loves the outdoors. And this is just a small segment of the photos I was sent. I started to get curious about Katie's other hobbies, so I decided to look up her entry in the intern bio book for ideas. It caught my eye that her favorite cuisine is bagels and iced coffee. I saw this and I thought it'd be fun to show a picture of Katie enjoying a bagel. So I went to her Instagram, and I have to say I was blown away. It starts off kind of normal, like, oh, here's a regular day, eating bagels, iced coffee as a med student in New York. And I almost stopped there, but then I came across what seems like a cry for help from a transplant from New York to SF, desperately seeking out quality bagels. So here, Katie resorted to making her own bagels, and honestly, they look amazing. And then here is a 6-part series, which I swear to God are the only photos she posted from a recent visit to New York. Enticed by the bagels, I then asked Markham in her SFPC class about Katie's other passions. So I heard a little bit about pottery, and I heard a lot about her cats, Momo and Appa. Markham captioned this photo, "Here she is with the love of her life." And here's just a small sampling of the others. In fact, Katie loves her cats so much that she uses an imaginary jump rope so as not to disturb them when she exercises at home. And I think this is just the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Thank you, Markham, for this one. And so, having dug up a little bit about Katie's interests, I wanted to reflect a little on Katie's contributions as a resident. So I went into my email, and it turns out that my email history is just one example after another of how generous Katie has been with her time and energy and spirit to build a community around her. Here's Katie volunteering to facilitate intern support group, volunteering as an on-call peer supporter, volunteering on a well-being panel, and even trying to revive our slightly complicated trivia game for the SFPC applicant Zooms. I finally decided to stop when I got not even a year back, and I had to do a double take because somehow Katie was leading an HCV project one month and an HIV project the next. Enough is enough, Katie. And then there's finally ambulatory M&M, which was the most time Katie and I spent working together this year prior to chief transition. Katie was so thoughtful about the whole process and managed to make a sustained change in the way RFPC looks at patients on warfarin. And this project yet led to yet another email, this one from Bilma, simply titled Gold Star, which is not a small feat. The last thing I dug up, I think actually sums up Katie the best. I found and watched her whole med school graduation speech. And not only does she bravely call out her own institution in respect to gender inequality, but she also so eloquently described what are really the most important things in life. She says the things that really stay in our memory more than anything else are the feelings we get from people, often the little things that people do to make us feel loved and cared for. And really, beyond watermelon helmets and bagels and marathons and everything else, what really sticks with me when I think of Katie is the feeling you get when you're around her, the way you know that she truly cares about you as a person. So, Katie, thanks for everything you've done for the SFPC community, your patients, and the residency as a whole. And thanks for just being you. We're so lucky that we have you staying on another year, and I'm really excited to see how your next year as the ambulatory chief resident goes. Best of luck and congratulations.